All right, Rock Addicts, this is DJ REM from Rock Addict Radio, and I have Trevor Sewell on the line. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How's yourself, Spencer? You okay?
Yeah, things are, well, it's cold and snowy here. I got about a foot of snow on the ground.
Well, we've got snow here as well, but in England, if we get like half an inch, the whole country comes to a standstill, so that's a lot for us.
Yeah, my kids didn't have school. They only had school like one day this week because of the snow. It was crazy.
Really? Wow. It's not quite so bad here then, but it's sort of bad enough here.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about what you got going on here.
Okay, well, my name's Trevor Sewell. I've also got a band, which is the Trevor Sewell Band, which is a very imaginative name for it there. And there's quite a few things sort of happening at the moment. We're doing stuff across in the UK where we're based. We're based in the northeast of the UK, just beside Scotland, a place called Newcastle. And this year we're nominees in the British Blues Awards, and we've been sort of quite fortunate lately to win some things out in Los Angeles, and in fact we're going out to LA on I think it's the 6th of next month for the Artists and Music Awards
very cool.
in Hollywood on the 7th, and we're going to be doing probably a couple of dates and maybe a live radio thing while we're there. The album's called Calling Your Name, by the way. I suppose I should have mentioned that earlier.
Very good. And so why don't you go ahead and mention the other members of your band and what their spots are too?
Yeah, of course. I've got the band is the three-piece is the core of the band, which is Brian Emerson on bass, who was actually also a really great guitar player as well. He's a guitar player in a few bands before that. And I've got a drummer called Steve Vine, who's also been around the sort of session sort of like circuits as well, sort of quite a bit. I actually got them as a job lot, which was great. They came together, so they just play really brilliant together. I'm very lucky to have them in the band. Actually, on occasions we might bring in, like when we're doing some festivals over the summer, we might possibly bring in a keyboard player or maybe a brass section for just to augment things. But essentially, the sound is very much guitar, bass, and drums now.
Yeah, very cool. And I have to say, you guys sound really good. I'll tell you, I'm a hard rock and a metal guy. But when I heard your stuff, I was like, you know what? I really dig this. So that's why we're talking, because I was like, I need to talk to these guys. They rock.
Well, it's funny because when I used to do sessions, I used to do sessions for some sort of quite hard rock bands as well. So I like that sort of thing as well. I mean, I don't know if you may have heard of them. Have you heard of a band called Venom?
Yes.
Yeah, I did little bits on Venom and things, and on Tigers of Pantang, who were sort of like they were sort of quite popular over here. But that was like quite a lot of years ago, But so I've just gone back to my roots, which my roots actually stemmed in blues, and it's I'm really enjoying playing, probably more than I have for as long as I can remember. Really, I'm having a great time playing again now, Well,
that's really cool. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? If you don't enjoy what you're doing, there's no point.
Absolutely, and if you're enjoying what you're doing, it's a strange thing, because you sort of find that we all get sidetracked sometimes, and sometimes you might sort of think, I'll go and do this because this is probably a better bet to do something like this, or whether it's to get your career on or whatever like that. And then sometimes you just think, no, I'm just going to do something because I like it, and actually it gets you a lot further as well. It's like, it's been fantastic, the response to the album so far. I've been absolutely amazed by it, especially in America.
Very good, man. Very good. So how long have you and the band all been together now?
Well, we've been together as a band probably 6 months or something. I went solo about 18 months ago, and we're busy. Actually, it's probably a bit more than 6 months, but probably about 9 months. 9 months now or so, and we're busy working on another. Actually, we're starting work on another 2 albums at the moment. We're going to do one album which is very rootsy, which is we're getting some friends in from different bands as well, as special guests. We're doing like a rootsy album where it's based around music, box guitar, and then we're going to do the follow-up, the proper follow-up for Calling Your Name, So that should be out sometime in the summer to correspond with we're doing some festivals across the UK and Europe then. So it should all be sort of happening around about then. And you'll get as soon as we've done it, Spencer, you'll get the MP3 sent through.
Very cool. I look forward to that. In speaking, the current album that I have, where did you record at?
I recorded that in this very room, actually, in my house.
Nice.
So it was all done actually in a room in my house, So I've been really sort of we would say chuffed. You would probably say stoked about the sort of the amount of reaction there's been to it,
Yeah. So this current album, how long did it take you to write and record, like from beginning to end? How long did the whole process take you?
I would think it probably took about 6 or 7 weeks from the beginning, because what it was is it was just because I hadn't sort of played blues for such a long time, and I was really looking forward to doing it. It was like all of my time was just like spent doing it, and all of a sudden it was finished, and I just thought, all right, I'll put it out now and see if anything happens, So I can't wait to do the follow up, but it's going to be great having. Because we're going to do it in another studio and probably mix it here as well. Just because there's better drum facilities at some of the other studios,
Okay. And then what? I guess what was the driving force for you to go solo and just start doing this? What was kind of the push?
I think I sort of came to the point where. Because I've been working as a musician for like a long time now, and I've always been busy, which is that's been sort of great. But it was like I was always like playing on like sort of other people's things and stuff, which sometimes I mean I really like doing that as well. But I've always been a writer, and I've sort of written for some of the other people as well. And really, I just wanted to play my own songs, and I thought, I'll just do something for myself for a change. And as soon as I started doing it, I thought, I really like this. This is what I'm going to do now, So I still do occasional sessions here and there, but I've scaled them right back now. This is sort of like where I'm at now, I think,
Well, that's awesome, because I tell you what, I sat and listened to about half of the album last night, and I couldn't stop listening. So please keep doing what you're doing. It's good stuff.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm so pleased that you like it, Spencer. That really is great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, not a problem. I tell you what I'm going to do is tonight I actually have a live radio show tonight. I'm going to play the whole album.
Oh wow, that's absolutely amazing. Great.
So we'll have a little blues session on my show tonight.
Oh, fantastic! Could you send a link so I can post it on me Facebook and things?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I sure will.
Because that's just I don't know what to say. That's fantastic. That's Spencer. Thank you very much.
Hey, not a problem. Great. That's you know what? That's why I love getting to do what I get to do, because I get all this fantastic music sent to me, and then I get to play it so other people can hear what I think is amazing music. So I think it's great.
That's good. The guys like you, on the stations that are sort of playing blues and stuff. And I mean, I know you're hard rock essentially program, but it's really great because it's like there seems to be such a nice community of radio presenters like that, And without you, we just wouldn't really have an avenue to get anything out there, So I think you're doing an absolutely fantastic job. And it's great. It's great. I was really pleased when he got in contact.
Yep, very cool. I was and likewise, my friend. Likewise.
Cool. What would be great actually if you could put out a little advert for us, because I'm doing my first American show on the 8th of February. So if anybody's in the Hollywood, North Hollywood or Los Angeles area, I'll be at Kulak's Woodshed in North Hollywood. Okay. So it would be great to see people there, because we're across there for the Artists and Music Awards are on the 7th. If that's a Thursday, I think that's the 7th. Sorry, and we're playing the next night, so at least we'll know if we've won then anyway. But it's a great little gig in Hollywood. So if anybody's about there, that would be fantastic. I'd love to see them.
Yeah, I actually have quite a few listeners in California. So if you can send me that information, like when we're done with this, send it to me on Skype in the chat, and then I know what to read back. That'd be really good.
okay, that'd be brilliant.
Yep. And then I can do the announcement on my show.
I'll find the chat window when we're finished this bit.
Yeah.
Technology runs away with us a bit sometimes.
Very good. So okay, so what kind of musical influences have you had in your life that just have that encouraged you and made you want to keep doing this kind of stuff?
Well, it's like I say, when I started, I started in sort of like one of the first, in fact, probably the album that made me start playing guitar was a John Mayall album with John Mayall with Eric Clapton and the Blues Breakers. It's a very famous album. It's the one where he's reading the Beano comic on the front. And that was the first time I'd ever heard Eric Clapton. And to be honest, I still think that album is probably the best I've ever heard Eric Clapton. It was just fantastic playing, So I loved that. And then I heard Are You Experienced by Jimi Hendrix. And I went, wow, that is like brilliant, But I was also probably quite influenced by some of the soul people that were on the British scene at the time, like people like Gina Washington and Aaron Bown and sort of people sort of like that. And of course, all of the great soul artists as well, But I think it shows how deep sort of roots go, because it's like, along with that, and actually there's another album, I should say, from the 70s by Freddie King called Burglar, which is a really fantastic album. It's probably one of me, I think those three albums are probably my favourite three albums of all time. And in fact, actually, it was really weird, because I did a few sessions with a keyboard player in London called Pete Wingfield. He used to have a lot of stuff out by himself as well. He's quite well known. And it was only about a year ago when I realised that some of my absolute favourite tracks off Freddie King's album that Pete had played on, and he never mentioned it to us, and I'm a really big Freddie King fan. So it's like when I suddenly just sort of decided to go back to my roots, I think those albums must be so deep rooted in, for I haven't sort of done anything with them for years or anything, and I didn't even go back and listen to them again, but I can sort of hear my own influences, sort of going back to those three albums in particular, I would think.
That's very good. Isn't awesome how we always kind of end up back where we started, kind of thing. I mean, and it kind of seems like with whatever it is in life.
Yeah, but it's like that with everything, It's even places that you live and things, You go and you travel around and things, and it's great. But there's the old cliche, but it's so true. There's no place like home when you get back, because that's sort of where your roots are,
Right, definitely.
And I think it's the same with music. Maybe you don't realise it until you get a little bit older, and you just think, what do I want to do? And you think, well, that's what I started off doing. It's like, why haven't I not been doing that all the time,
Right.
But you need to sort of go out and make little journeys elsewhere before you realise that this is where you sort of want to be back at,
Definitely. So, where is a good place for people to go to find out more about the band? What's the best avenue on the internet?
Right, the best avenue on the internet is trevorsewell.com, which is the website. We've just relaunched the website actually, so it's 99.9% complete. The only thing I'm waiting for at the moment is Steve and Brian to send us pictures, because it's like that's the most difficult bit, getting them to actually send some stuff for us to go on the website. So but it's got everything about. It's got all the press thing. It's got links to albums. It's got all about sort of the award shows and things. It's got pretty much everything on there, And there's a contact form if anybody wants to contact us. That's cool, You can just do it to me form, and I do get back to people if they've got any questions or anything like that. Doesn't matter what it's about. I'm happy to do that. Also, I'm on Facebook as well at trev.sewell. So it's facebook.com/trev.sewell. So it'd be great to see anybody on there. And actually also Facebook, Trevor Sewell Music, which is my music page as well. People tend to migrate from one to the other from time to time.
Right, yep. Okay, very good. And when I play your stuff tonight on my show, I'll also I'll throw the link in the chat so people can go check out your pages too. So.
Oh, that would be cool. Well, I'll send all of the links anyway in the chat thing from you. Yeah.
Perfect.
As soon as we're finished, I'll do all that stuff. That's great. Fantastic.
Okay, so what is your goal with this band? Where do you hope to be in a couple years with everything?
Right. Well, do you know, it's funny because like I've been through sort of all of the, like when I was younger. Oh, I want to be playing at arenas and Madison Square Garden and things like that. And what I think now, I think I've got a different mindset on now that I'm just enjoying how it's going, and there seems to be little tipping points along the way that just seem to make themselves. I mean, for instance, I'm in contact with you now, and it's like, I'm just sort of waiting to see where things go, because so far in a very short space of time, it's taken us from me room here to America,
right.
which is amazing. So I'm not even sure how I got there, but it's like I'm just waiting to see things just sort of carry on like that. I would at some point like to get to some management, because it's also very time consuming doing the stuff that doesn't involve doing music, because most bands are the same these days that are self-managed. There's a lot of stuff that you sort of need to do, but I'm enjoying all of it at the moment, to be honest. So I think, I would still love to play at Madison Square Gardens. I'm not going to say I wouldn't, but it's like I'm not really envisaging that until yet. But if we started playing, I mean, I'd love to come and do a proper tour of America. That would be a real good thing to aim for, and that might be possible. I think in a couple of years. Well, maybe even earlier with a bit of luck.
Well, very good, and I wish you best of luck with that, and I hope all those things happen for you. So,
thank you very much, Spencer. That's absolutely brilliant, and it's great. It's great talking to you. Anytime you want to talk, I'm always here, so I'm always happy to come on.
Very cool. Before I forget, too, I want to thank Rick Palin for hooking us up. So, big thanks to Rick.
Rick's a great bloke. He's been really, really helpful to us with Firebrand Rock Radio. I mean, he has been really very helpful, and I think he helps a lot of bands out as well, So he's definitely worth checking out for bands that are interested in, sort of like these, in getting on sort of like the rock radio thing there. But also, I think he does PR packages for people and things as well. But he's a good bloke who is very much helpful. Like, I wouldn't be talking to you if it wasn't for Rick,
Yep. No, yeah, he's been taking good care of me too. He's been sending me some really good bands, so I definitely appreciate it.
Excellent. Yeah, I think he's definitely on my Christmas card list.
Okay, so if I grabbed your iPod or your MP3 player, or however you like to listen to music, what bands would I find you listening to right now?
Do you know, it's like I've got all sorts of sort of stuff on it. It's funny because I've never been a really big listener, because I've always been out playing,
Right.
So I tend to, like, if I hear a track that I like, then I think, that's, I'll download like a track from a band. I mean, I still love some things like Bob Dylan, like Subterranean Homesick Blues. I love. I think I've got everything Freddie King's ever done on my iPod. But I've got like sort of some like local stuff from other bands and stuff as well, which is like really nice to listen to. And sometimes people send us demos, a bit like, well, like sort of like when I send you stuff and things like that. I do get sent some. I got a demo sent it's a very rough demo, a demo from a girl in Italy, actually last night. And I listened to it. It's great. It's on my iPod now, because I'm just sort of, I don't know, I'm interested in everything, and it doesn't necessarily even have to be rock music. I've got a lot of very retro stuff on there as well, like sort of Tamla Motown stuff like that. I like all sorts of stuff. I've got a lot of Jimi Hendrix on there, and Stevie Ray Vaughan, so Allman Brothers. Actually, I've just realised I do seem to be very much fitting into one style there. But I got an album the other day off a band that did have a hit in America quite a lot of years ago, a group called Prelude.
Yeah, I remember them. Yep.
I did an album with Irene out of Prelude a long time ago, which was just a voices album. There was no instruments on it. I actually wrote the stuff on the instruments, and then we replaced more with Irene's voice, And they've got a new album out at the moment, which is really good, So maybe I should see if I can get them to send you a link, or but so I've got that on my iPod now as well. So it's a very mixed sort of collection, really.
Yep, very cool. And I tell you what, when people are sending you demos or whatever, I mean, if you come across a band that you think that I would dig and they're looking for exposure and promotion, send them my way.
Okay, I will do that, because it's like there's a couple of bands that sent us stuff recently, and they're going to go back, and some of the stuff's probably not broadcast quality, but it's just to sort of the sound, the songs, But some of the songs are great. Oh, actually, I heard a band last night called The Last Fakers, and it was funny enough. I listened to nearly all their album. And they're great. I'll send you a link to them, because I think you'll like them. It's not blues, and it's not like rock. It's just interesting. It's great, I really enjoyed it, and I hadn't heard of them until I met one of them at I was at an Eric Steckel gig last night, and I was just sort of talking to him, and he came up on Facebook, and he sent us a link. And I thought, oh great, go on, I'll have a listen to a track. And like I said, I listened to pretty much all the album, and I really liked it. Great. Last Fakers.
That is my favorite way to find new bands and music, is when somebody just sends you a link and says, hey, check this band out, and you're like, holy crap, how did I not know about these guys,
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I will definitely do that, because it's just like it's really great when like sort of people say. I mean, I've had it happen to me where people have sent my stuff round, and I thought, what just a cool thing for somebody to do, because it's a great way of sort of sharing stuff, and I don't know. I will have a think and see if there's other ones that I should be sending you as well, and I will definitely do that. We'll keep in touch, I think.
Yeah, definitely, and we'll have to. Definitely, and when your next album comes out, what we should do is we should do this again, so we can do a little radio promotion for it.
Oh, that would be absolutely brilliant, Matt. That's great. In fact, I'll tell you what, if you give us an address, Spencer, there was the Calling Your Name album. There was also a limited edition CD from an Austrian label, which has got the Calling Your Name album on it, but it's also got 4 bonus tracks. One's a remix by Led Zeppelin, and he's worked with Led Zeppelin and Elton John and people like that. A producer called Stuart Epps remixed one of the tracks, and another one of the tracks is a duet with a girl called Lorraine Crosby, who you'll know in the States, actually, because she's mainly famous for being the lead voice on Meat Loaf's "I Would Do Anything for Love, But I Won't Do That."
Yep, I know that tune.
Actually, I'll tell you, I could put you in touch with Lorraine as well if you want. She's got a new album out.
Yeah, definitely.
She's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, please do. I mean, that's what this is all about for me, because my radio show, everything I do, I mean, this is all out of my passion for the love of music. Nobody pays me. This is not about that. This is about passion and love of music. That's all I do this for.
That's absolutely great, and it really is appreciated by sort of artists like myself. I think it's great. I think it's great what you do, and it's like there's a lot of English sort of job. Now, I could put you in this. See if this would be useful to you. Actually, I was talking to them last night. There's a show across here called the Blues Program, which is the DJ is called Gary Granger, and he won the best independent blues program on the British Blues Awards this year. But his stuff goes out on like sort of Kansas City and things. It's syndicated roundabout and stuff. I could certainly put you in touch with him if you like, and maybe you've got some common ground, and you could send stuff backwards and forwards to each other.
Yeah, that'd be very cool. I'd be interested to listen to one of his shows too. Definitely.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I'll send you the link for that.
Okay.
And I've thought of somebody else as well as Revolver Underground, who I'm actually going to. I'm seeing them over in Los Angeles next week, or week after next, or thereabouts. But I know that Revolver Underground have been talking to Gary as well, so it'd be really cool if we can get like a little pool of people who gradually sort of know more and more is know each other,
Oh, definitely. It just helps the bands. I mean, that's all it does. It helps,
It helps music in general.
Right.
It's like it's great because it's people like you that really care about what about what you're doing, and you know, you don't have to have sold like 9 million units before you play something. You just play it because you think, oh, I like the sound of that, I'll play that. You know, that's what it should be about, really.
Well, and that's, you know, because I get a pile of stuff sent to me, and I just have to sort through. And if I like the stuff I'm listening to, then it makes my show. If I'm not a fan, and that doesn't mean their stuff's not good. It just means I'm not a fan. Then it probably doesn't make my show, though. You know.
Yeah, well, that's absolutely great. It's the fairest way of thing, anyway. You know,
Yep.
I think it's great. I'm really enjoying being because I've sort of been signed before to labels, and I'm actually really enjoying the sort of the freedom and of the independent thing. You know, it's because there's such a lot of nice people about that are actually keen to help. You know, it's fantastic.
Yeah, and because I've being a DJ on the other end, I've experienced this specifically, where when bands have a label, it's really hard to even get a chance to talk to them. And as far as I'm concerned, the bands are missing out.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I think things like Skype are fantastic because it just enables things so much easier. You know, it's like now we can actually sort of talk to each other and do interviews or whatever like that. You know,
Yep.
You know, I even did I mean, I think I was just recording it the other end, but I did a little live session to one a couple of weeks ago as well, which was great. You know, it's like because I just did an acoustic session from this end. And it's like quite a cool way of doing things, you know. It's very hands-on and sort of quite rootsy in its sort of feel, you know.
Yep, very cool, man.
Would there be any way I could get a copy of this, Spencer, when the actual interview? Because that would be great. Because I'm going to start putting interviews up on my website as well.
Oh, definitely. So what's going to happen is after this, I actually have another interview after you today, but by next weekend, I will have this. I'll make like a little flyer for it, and I'll upload it to YouTube, and then I'll send you the link.
Oh, fantastic! That's absolutely brilliant. Have you got me email address and stuff as well?
I believe so.
I'll put it in the chat after this.
Yeah,
anyway.
put it in the chat just to make sure I do.
There, so then you've
Yep.
you've sort of got everything. But this is great. I think it's like this helps to push music in general, not just blues music or not just rock music, just collaboration. If everybody sort of pitches in, then you know it makes everybody stronger, I think.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind. You just get everybody working together, and it's amazing the things we can do.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. You know, it's like, and it's been shown sort of time and time again. Sort of like, I mean, I know across here, there's like between the sort of the smaller stations. That's what got us to the British Blues Awards this year. I had no idea how we got nominated for a British Blues Award, but it was because of the network of DJs across here, you know, which was absolutely brilliant. It was such a shock, you know, when it happened. But it's great. It shows how that when people are working together, it can just happen.
Oh, definitely, and I wish you best of luck. Hopefully, you take home that award. That would be killer.
That would be absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I'd be very happy with that.
I'm sure you would.
I had one out there before, but unfortunately, last time I was about to go, and something happened, and I was hospitalised, so I had my tickets and everything, and I didn't go. But I sent somebody else, and they picked it up for us, you know, which was cool. But this time, it'll just be really nice. But you know, I mean, win or lose, I've got to the last 5, so I've got to be pleased, you know.
Right, definitely.
With that anyway, so I'll just sort of take it. If it's meant to happen, then it's going to happen, you know.
Yep, definitely. Okay, so now it's crazy question time. What's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you at a live show you've done?
Oh wow! I mean, I've had all. Oops! I think that just did it there.
There we go. We just made our own crazy.
Falling down around us there. I think I've seen pretty much all of the ones, like, you know, where, you know, sort of things going off and stuff like that. But one of the things I remember, which was really embarrassing, was it was a long time ago, and I was actually playing keyboards. And I remember the gig. It was South Bank Polytechnic in London, and you know, if you sort of like a keyboard player, right at the end of the set, you're making a right racket, you know, and then you sort of jump back off the keyboards, and it's like, you make all that gesture type stuff. But I sort of pushed back right off the keyboards, and I fell straight over the drum riser, and I fell flat on my back. But the embarrassment, I was like an acrobat, because I was so embarrassed by it. I sort of like landed flat and then sprang to my feet, which I could never possibly do under normal circumstances, just as the lights went out and came back on again. And I remember getting out of the dressing room and just, I was sort of fine till I got there, and then I went, ah! So it was really seriously embarrassing. And also, there's been loads of times, I remember the keyboard player in one of the bands I was playing with, his keyboard stands just gradually disintegrating. And it was just so funny watching them trying to catch everything. But actually, the strangest thing has probably been I did a tour of Norway, and I was playing with a Norwegian band who actually their album was number 1 at the time, and the band themselves were like English, Irish, American, but there were 2 Norwegians, and they wanted to take the show everywhere in Norway, and we played some amazing places, and there was one place we were playing, most of the gigs we were doing were outside, and we were playing, and it was like about 150 yards away or something like that, or maybe 200 yards back, just past the people. You couldn't see there was anything there, and there was a fjord there, and while we were playing, there was a ship came along, and it was like a huge ship, and it was just really weird because it just blocked everything out that was coming along, and it's like, it looked like the best special effect ever.
Right. Where'd that come from?
But you don't get us started anyway. I'll carry on then.
Well, thanks for sharing that. I appreciate it.
Great.
Okay, so is there anything else you would like to tell everyone that'll listen to this interview? Anything I haven't asked you want to make sure people know?
There's a lot of other stuff sort of happening with the band, but that's pretty much on the website. I think the main things really are just about the live show in Hollywood, the artisan music, and I don't know. I've just made it into a book as well, which I'm really pleased about actually in America as well. It's called Hottest New Artist book, and I actually made it in the top 10 of that. Funny enough, I only found out about that yesterday. But it's great, the thing that it was really funny. Like everybody I've told that knows us have all done the same thing. They've like looked really puzzled and went, new.
Right.
Like, yeah, all right. But I'm certainly new to other people. But I'm not exactly a new artist.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty much it. Rather than like sort of too much information overload,
Okay. Well, I truly appreciate you taking time to talk to me today. Like I said, I'll get this uploaded to YouTube to my channel, and I'll get that link out to you. I have one last thing to ask of you. I would love a couple of radio tags from you.
A couple of radio what? Sorry.
A couple of radio tags.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, by all means, yeah, I'll do, yeah, no problems, yeah. Have you got anything specific you want sort of put in there? Because I do them, I do them in the house anyway, so it's like, yeah, of course I'm happy to do anything, like, if you just let us know, like, durations and stuff, is it like 10 second or 30 second or?
Well, we can just do it right here, and I'll cut it out of the interview myself. That's cool.
All right, yeah, cool, yeah.
Well, I have you on the line, we'll just do it right here. So, the first one, if you can just say, this is Trevor Sewell, and you're listening to rockaddictradio.com.
Rockaddictradio.com.
Yep.
I'm going to put that in front of us here because I'm really bad at remembering anything. Hey, dear me. I'll probably have to have 100 goes of this, But, yeah.
That's okay.
Are you ready for us, Spencer?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hi, this is Trevor Sewell. I'm speaking from the UK, and I'm listening to rockaddictradio.com, and I think everybody else should too.
Very cool. That was awesome. Thank you. And then the second one, you can do the exact same thing, but just throw in there that you're listening to DJ REM at Rock Addict Radio.
DJ REM.
REM. It's just REM, but REM.
Oh, REM. Sorry. Right. Okay. All right. Yeah. Right. Hi, this is Trevor Sewell. I'm speaking from the UK, and I'm listening to rockaddictradio.com with DJ REM, and it's great.
Very cool, man. Totally appreciate that. And I will, you don't...
Anytime you need anything like that, if you want any, like, I can do his do stuff like that anytime you like. Just drop us an email or a Facebook or anything like that, and you'll have it back sort of in 24 hours, you know.
All right. Well, I really appreciate that offer and I'll probably take you up on that.
Great, brilliant.
It's always nice to have things to throw in your show that the bands have made for you. You know, it's very cool.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm totally happy to do that. You know, I've done it for quite a few of the English radio stations. You know, where I've sort of done things like that with sort of over bits of the track and things. You know, actually, it was really funny at Christmas. I've got a track called "Where the Wild Ones Go," which that's the one that I won the Hollywood Music and Media Awards with. That's not 2012, I won it 2011, and I did a Christmas version of it. So I just like dropped sleigh bells into it and stuff like that. Right. It sounds really funny. I've never heard Christmas sleigh bell blues before, but there was loads of them playing it. Like it was. So I'm quite happy to do like them tailored to whatever you've got. If you've got a special promotion or something going on someday, I can do that. You know.
Okay. Well, very cool. I appreciate that. That's really, really, really nice.
Cool.
Okay, man. Well, I am good. I have to prepare for the next interview I got, so I'm going to let you go. But thanks again for taking the time, and I look forward to the next album and talking to you again in the future.
Fantastic. Hey, I've really enjoyed it, Spencer. You're great to talk to. It's like it's been really cool, and I'll send those links now into the chat thing.
Okay. Yep. And I'll send you the link to the station so you can promote that I'll be playing your stuff tonight.
Fantastic. Hey, I will get that straight up on Facebook. Great stuff.
Okay, take care, man.
Right, catch you later, Spencer.
Yep. Make sure you tell the other guys I said hi too, please.
Will do. Definitely.
All right, take care. Bye.
Next time I'll get them in so they can talk to you as well.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, great stuff.
All right, take care.
Okay, Spencer. Catch you later, mate.
Yep. Bye.